here in India, and people wanted to know why business and government malfunction. Why do people go uh, abreast or they are not very well maintained in any government or the business? The first reason being the HR policies of both government or business. These are not very well maintained, especially in countries like India. Here, recently I found out that there is a G20 summit which is being organized in India and which is very much less catering to creating new jobs. While you see any organization which is set abroad, say United Nations or European Union or World Bank or any other, even the G20 summit based in Indonesia, created a lot of government jobs which government can sublet and impact on other countries as well, which is a good uh, move by any government that their people work, say, in 20 countries. We see that fellow Indonesians and people from G20 countries are working in cities like Bangalore and Delhi and Chennai, but unfortunately, this does not happen in India. The most unfortunate India being that they do not take opportunity of creating jobs. They just go on media and newspaper reports. It is sad state of affairs while a country Asia can create thousands of jobs with G20 and even lakhs of jobs for Indonesia, especially in the G20 summit which took place in Indonesia. The G20 being held in India is unfortunate that they are not able to do anything except come to India, have dinner, go back, take our gifts, and live there happily. So there is no context between the government and the exhibition sort of effect taking place. They say we do not retire people. They become ministers, they become senior officials, but we do not retire people. This is the policy of the Indian government. And I'm not criticizing it, but what I'm saying is the truth. Anyone can check it that these days these things are happening. Then there is a demand for creating jobs, people work, and doing normal things, which is not happening. So this is the first incident. Then again, there are opportunities which go to big international companies like Ernst and Young, BAILOUT, who take advantage of business summits. While the fails to operate the business summit in the name of G20 or any such small event and make it a big opportunity for the people of India, they make it by giving to companies like Delight, Ernst Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and they are not at all making any initiative or point to help the people of India. When it comes to create mass jobs in and given opportunities as G20 countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, even the G20 nations take big part. The G20 summits held in other elsewhere have been a huge success because their people are, you can say, enjoying themselves. Those who are there, they are participating and doing work in other countries. But for a common Indian, it is very unfortunate that they do not participate or they work. They just act like a hotel manager. A hotel manager is welcoming people from other countries, and they take the gifts, they go back. That is all. That is the G20 summit for India. There is no opportunities being created, not even business opportunities. There are business summits being done, and they on paper it assures that one chief minister came and one other senior central government person came, and they made a big applaud of ration, distributing a huge lunch and dinner to people who were participating. Then nothing else happened at all. So things remain where they are. There is no progress made, or even the progress made is hardly zero point 0.1 or 0.001 or not at all. This has been the scenario. So my suggestions are never taken into account these days. What other people say, to act as a normal government, even as a small government like Bangladesh. You see, Bangladesh has progressed so much that they have a women dominated ministry. Even New Zealand had a women dominated ministry, Finland had a women dominated ministry. These countries have taken their race ahead, way long ahead, and have become a more contributory country to India. But sadly, in the sad affairs, there is no progress made at all. While there is again a fight which is being done in the name of work, there is no more progress being done. So, request is to take and make big opportunities for the citizens and the senior professionals, not just in India but all around G20 countries. The rest up to you. I support the Indian government to take good initiative and act as a good governing government. It is time to retire those people by introducing retirement schemes. Those who are not acting or those who are already been suspended. Certain governments, state governments have already taken actions in this part, like Bihar government, and fortunately, these governments are running successfully. Only for the political pressure which has been mounted on these governments, which run successfully, there is no other record or record holder. India continues to remain a land of jungle and junglis, in short. But a jungly government is like a Nigerian government. A Nigeria and India, the difference between Nigeria and India is that Nigerian people are more self-respective and more human, while the Indians are nowadays losing their respect, losing governance, and losing everything. Whatever they earn has gone into parties, making event and promotion, and all. There is no job creation from India to other countries, and sadly, India is going down and down. I fully support the government of India, but the government of India has to take some initiative to act at least like Bangladesh. Comparing India to Bangladesh is a very normal circumstances that in the coming scenario, while the land area of Bangladesh has decreased, the Bangladesh government has progressed even then times to India. If you compare small state and the resources they have, then it will be 50 times. While India is yet to start the progress. So I see not the slogan, one day we will be winning, one day we will be doing this thing, one day. So one day that will come when that will one day will come. That is what I'm asking. So my request to the honorable government officials who are unduly occupying their place is either to leave places and suggest themselves to start a bakery business or mithai shop. That is what they can do. Because, after distribution of the event, there are two things which they are putting their money into. First is the food business, in which they now are looking for ready-made food, which is again becoming, obsolete, and it is not working well. And the other thing is that they are looking for car rental business. So these two businesses is run by the government people who are retiring, and I hope that once they found these businesses good and useful for themselves, they can do much better. It is high time to retire those people in the government who are acting as volunteers. So in the volunteers, they hardly come do anything. So, the volunteer job is just small orders. Like a volunteer, they hardly get any salary. Their salary is nothing at all for a volunteer, just for survival. That you survive and we may give you food for survival or certain amount for survival. This is a government job. It is not a joke. It is not a volunteer's job. So my request, hard, kind request, is take the opportunity. There is no opportunity being taken, and India is being put into laugh. So my again kind request is to take this opportunity and make things work for everyone. Thank you. Have